Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I just want to share a bit more on the fact that Master Duo Meta decided to place Pendulum Magician as a tier 2 deck this season, and what's the difference between this deck list and the deck list that I always use, which is a Sidelock version. So, and after that I will actually do a bit of combo plays with this deck list that's provided by the Master Duo Meta, and then we'll see what's the difference. And after that you can let me know what do you think of this deck list, or do you still prefer the deck list that I always play, which is the Sidelock DPE version. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so these are just some of the cards that they mainly use, and then this is one of the sample deck lists. So one of the main difference from this deck list is they included Maxi, which I did not include in my previous video, previous deck list. But I would say with how the game evolved now, I think Maxi is really needed. Like in every deck, we will just need to throw in 3 Maxi and hope for the best that you don't draw them when you're going first. Yeah. Then 3 Ash Blossom is definitely still there. And this package actually decided to add in back the Performapal package, which is your Odd Eye Synchron, your Pendulum Sorcerer, and then your Performapal Celestial Magician. So if you really want to play Pendulum Sorcerer, you can either play 2 or 3 of this, and then you'll need at least one of these Odd Eye Synchron, and then one of this Celestial Magician. I don't really think that you really need 2 of this, but in any case, having more Performapal cards is actually better anyway. Yeah. So this is the deck list that they have been using. Not very different in terms of the main deck, other than the Performapal package. And then there's Luster Pendulum back in the deck. I actually removed this for my DPE Sidelock build because I don't think that I need a lot of tuner. Yeah. So a Harpy Feather Duster. I think currently we do really need all these Harpy Feather Duster in the deck, because there's so many decks that actually set cards such as your Branded, your Flu Wanderies, your Eldritch, of course, your Eldritch Floodgate, and yeah. Duelist Alliance, of course, I still prefer 2 as well. And this is the extra deck. So the main difference for the extra deck is actually you play a lot more Starving Venom, because this deck list requires you to bring out Harbinger to loop your Starving Venom here, which I'll showcase in the combo later. And the rest is actually pretty much standard. Your generic Link 2, they decide to go for Gloomy, which I think is a really good choice. And then you have your Unicorn, which I'll say is an optional card that I don't think is needed. And then Celine, your Apollousa is definitely needed, and your Underworld Goddess, which not a fan for me, because I also prefer having an access code for that OTK potential. So talking about all this, maybe it's better that I showcase to you my own deck list after looking through this. So let's transit to this. Okay, so this is the deck list that I decided to use after looking through the top tier ones. So main difference is just now that list has like 2 Maxi, but I decided to go for 3 since like why not, right? I mean, I'm already playing like some non-pendulum cards, might as well just play a bit more. And then Celeste, I decided to keep to 2 because I want the ratio to be a bit more higher in terms of drawing pendulum cards, because I have a lot more non-pendulum cards, which is your 3 Maxi and then your 1 Harpy Feather Duster. So I decided to keep this at 2 so that I can have a higher chance of drawing pendulum cards. And the rest I would say is roughly the same. And for extra deck, I think the deck list that show actually doesn't play Baron de Fleur, but I decided to play so because I removed Nightmare Unicorn. I removed Underworld Goddess to replace with my access code, like what I mentioned just now as well. Yeah, so this is the deck list that I will try, and I feel that this deck list is really mainly going for a more general build rather than having like a Sidelock or a DPE build. It's a more generic and then more versatile as compared to the other build that I was playing. Actually, this build is actually more like what I've been playing in the OCG scene previously as well. Yeah, so let's see how this combo works. Okay, maybe at the end of the video, do share with me what do you think, like of this deck list as compared to other builds that you have. And if you have other builds for Pendulum Magician, do feel free to share with me as well. I named this deck Performapal Pendulum Magician because there's a Performapal package inside here. So just want to see how do you combo with this deck, bringing out your Harbinger and as many combo as possible. I might not be doing this the best, but let's see how it is. Okay, so this hand isn't really very good, but let's see what we can do with this. So definitely you want to set these two as skill, and then you pendulum out this card, and then this card will be able to bring out one more card here. And then let's see, I'll just bring in Celestia, I guess, since that's one of the more useless cards. And then in this case, I don't think I can do much, but bringing out this Electromite will be out. And then let me get my Astrograph into the extra deck. And then before I destroy, I'll pick back up my Harmonizing so that I can normal summon later if needed. Then I'll pop my Double Iris to add back my Astrograph. And this is the good thing, because Double Iris is 2 copies right now, so I can actually bring in I can actually use Astrograph effect. Yeah. In other case, you can't do this because it will be you will waste your Astrograph effects to actually special summon itself. Because once you special summon itself, you can actually add back 1 card. So in this case, I can add back Double Iris. Okay, then this I'll add in my Pendulum Graph, which will serve as one of the main card needed later. Okay, then this card is good as well, but since I already have Pendulum Graph, I will actually go for Celine first. Do I have 3 spells? I do not have 3 spells, so maybe I'll set this, so just so that I have 3 spells. Yeah, so then I'll bring in Celine. Okay, Celine will be out, and I haven't normal summon yet, so in this case I will be able to remove 3 and then bring in my Pendulum Sorcerer here. And this Pendulum Sorcerer will be able to help me destroy 2 cards. Let me see, I think I might keep this here, but I'll just destroy this one. Okay, so I can bring in this. Okay, then this will be able to pop 1 card here, and then I'll add in my Purple Poison. And then in this case, I'll just go for a mini Apollousa. So it's a 2 negate Apollousa. Not very strong, but at least it's something. Okay, then I'll use my Trump Joker to actually add back a Wisdom Eye here for my next turn. Then I'll set my Purple Poison because I want it to trigger my trap here. Yep. So that's it. I would say it's pretty good. Like, there's 2 negates and then there's 1 trap. So this works because I only have like 3 Pendulum cards with me, and this is the board that I'm able to pull off from here. Okay, this one actually does negate face down. Okay, so actually this doesn't matter. I'll just let him destroy myself. Okay, then after that your trap will actually be able to pop this. You pop this, then your Purple Poison will be able to pop something else. And then yeah, mainly that's how this deck roughly works right now. And then from here you'll be able to actually pen summon out everything, and then you'll be able to go for the Nibiru here. Yeah. Okay, maybe I just finish up the combo right here. So I can normal summon, but I don't need to since I have so many options right now. And then I'll bring in this. Okay, so since this is the second turn, it means that I can actually go for a Savage Borreload if I need. But let me bring out this first. Okay, then in this case I'll go for my Savage Borreload first. Okay. Then Savage Borreload will be able to trigger this and then equip one of my cards, which I'll go for Celine since Celine is in the graveyard, which gives me like 3 counters. Then I do not need this anymore, so let me just bring it out. And then how do you further extend from here? You bring out your Time Star Magician, and then you detach this to get out your Chronograph for your extension. Okay, then you pop this, and before you pop, use Time Star Magician to actually send 1 card to the graveyard, which I will send maybe Celestia. Then I'll pop this right now for my Black Fang. Okay, then your Chronograph will be able to trigger this effect to jump out from here together with my Harmonizing. Why do I want Harmonizing? Because I can go into Baron. Yeah, I'm just like showing like just extension of all the gameplays that I can do right now. Okay, then with Baron, I destroy my Black Fang. Black Fang itself will special summon out my Celestia. And since Celestia is on the field, you can actually activate the effect because I got Pendulum, Synchro, and Exit. So I'm able to actually trigger a number of its effect from this. Yeah, so mainly that's all. I haven't even used my normal summon yet, but I think I can go for let me go for this. You can actually go for this if you want, so that you can get a 6,300 access code. But of course, I don't think it's needed because actually Time Star with Apollosa, and then I think it's a lot better. Yeah, but anyway, this is how you this for if you manage to survive the second turn, you will be able to do a lot more. Yeah, as compared to the side version, this version has a lot more potential going second because you won't be breaking your hand with like side in your hand. Yeah, so let's try that again. And let's see how this combo works. Yep. I won't say I totally prefer this version because this version actually uses up a lot of extra deck pretty quite fast. Okay, this is a full Pendulum hand in my hand. So let's see what I can do with this. So definitely you always want your Wisdom Eye. One of the reasons why you want your Wisdom Eye is because you want to make use of the fact that you can Pendulum from your extra deck as well. So Wisdom Eye actually helps you to not just set a new skill, right? It also helps you to populate one card in your extra deck. Okay, so in this case, let's bring out everything here. Maybe I want to play White Wing as well because White Wing actually helps a lot. Okay, so this is a full Pendulum board, and let's see what I can do with this. Bring in your Celestia. Okay, in this case, I want to try to save as much Dark type on the field because I want to loop my my Starving Venom effect. And since in this case I want to loop my Starving Venom, I will need to play a bit differently from what I did the last game. Last game I actually just destroy my double Iris to so that my Astrograph can search. But because in this case I want to search a few more times, so I'll use back my old method, which is to get back my Wisdom Eye first. So I'll pop this. And then add Astrograph, and then draw one, and then your double Iris will be able to search for one as well. But in this case, I don't summon Astrograph first because I can only do it once. Okay, so now I'll add Pendulum Graph. Actually, I should have added the Time Pendulum Graph first, I guess. Okay, I'll pop this to put my double Iris here. And then your Astrograph will be special summoning itself now to add your Wisdom Eye. Yep, so I'll add one Wisdom Eye here. And then in this case, I will actually go for Starving Venom, which is how this combo is supposed to be. And then you copy your Electromite, and then you destroy this again, and then add back your Astrograph again. And then your Astrograph is not once per turn, so you can actually use your Astrograph effect again. And this is the reason why you will prefer to have your Wisdom Eye destroyed instead of double Iris, because if Astrograph summon again now, just now, you won't be able to add a double Iris because you only have 2. But Wisdom Eye you have 3, so you can add another Wisdom Eye to your hand here. Okay, then double Iris will be able to give you your Star Pendant Graph. Okay, then in this case you put in your Star Pendulum Graph here, and then you bring out another Starving Venom here, and then you'll be able to copy this. And I do not have much here to be used, but I guess what I can do right now is I go for my Star Time, and then my Star Time will bring in will throw in my Harmonizing to add a Chronograph here. Okay, then what I'll do now is I'll do this. I'll pop this first. I guess I can send one more. Okay, let me see what do I want to send. I'll send this because this is a bit more useless right now. And I'll pop this to get my Black Fang. In this case, I can actually summon my Chronograph, but let's not do that now. I'll actually just add another Harmonizing, I guess. Actually, I don't need another Harmonizing. Maybe I get a Celestia. And in this case, I'll pop this. And then add my Astrograph back again. So if you realize, then now I can do this. I can get out my Black Fang, and I can get out my Astrograph. So this loop actually gives me a lot of options here. So my Astrograph will be out. Okay, then I'll add one card to my hand, which is my Black Fang. I just destroy it, and then Black Fang will be able to bring out my Harmonizing. But in this case, I can't synchro anything because Harmonizing can be only used for Exit, Synchro, and Fusion if the other card is a Pendulum Magician card. So now I'll go into my Harbinger. So this will give me a Spell Trap negation. And in this case, I feel a bit wasted if I just use it right now. So I'll bring out my... Okay, let me just set this card first. Okay, then I'll bring in my Celine. Because I need some cards to be in the grave. I need a link card to be in the graveyard so that I can actually use it for my Savage Borreload later on. Okay, this card I'll be able to bring out 3 cards. So, but in this case, I'll just pop this first to grab out my Purple Poison. Then I will be able to go in with my Chronograph, and then special summon one more. I'll get my Celestial out. So then I'll just activate this so I can add one Pendulum card later on. Then go into my Savage Borreload here. So this is my second negation right here, and then I'll be able to equip my Electromite. And then Electrum will be here, and then if needed, I can actually special summon one card now, but then there's not much point because I actually want my star time to be on the field. So let me see. I guess okay, I can still do this. I'll remove this 3. I guess so. Or I can bring out my Graveyard Monster instead, and then I can go into Starving Venom again if I want to grab out my Astrograph, but I guess that's not really needed. Let me think about, yeah, there's not much point in doing so, so I'll just go for a small Apollousa. Then yeah, I'll say this is the field. I might not be the best person because this is the first time actually comboing with this field, this card. Then of course Celestial will always add back your Trump Joker, or if not, you can always add your Astrograph, but in this case I do not have Astrograph. So with this board, you can see there's like 1, 2 negate, 3, 4 negate, and then there's another negate here, which is your Harbinger, which negates your trap. Okay, then normally in this case, if your opponent are playing a lot of set card, because you already have your trap here, you can actually just destroy this, and then you prevent it from being destroyed by sending one random one, so they trigger your third effect to send one card on the field to the graveyard. Yeah. So yeah, this is how you play this this deck. So let me know what do you think of this deck. I'll just go back to the deck list again for everyone to take a look. Maybe I should just finish it so I can get some points, right? Okay, let me just go back to the deck list. Okay, that's the final explanation. Okay, so the some of the things that you can consider replacing is actually your Abyss Dweller with Baguska. But in this case, I use Abyss Dweller because I think that there's a lot more graveyard effect rather than on-field effect right now, and because of the link, so there's so many link items here. I think graveyard effect is actually more threatening. Then Clearwing, you can definitely replace it with something else, but I like to keep this here, yeah, because sometimes you do need the fact that the Raigeki effect of Clearwing to clear your opponent's field. And another card that you can you can consider if you think you need more tuner is actually your White Wing. Like just put one copy of White Wing, maybe replace with one Celestial or something. Yeah, this is something that I'll definitely be trying out. Yeah, I think mainly that's all for this video. I think it's quite long already. So let me know what do you think of this deck list, and if it's something that you are enjoying playing this instead of the DPE side version, do let me know in the comments as well. Or how do you decide to tweak this, and what do you think why do you think that Pendulum Magician is actually considered a tier 2 deck right now, considering it's not even like tier 3 in the past few seasons? Is it just because like there's 3 Harmonizer and 2 Double Iris is able to like bring itself up the tier board? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And if you're enjoying this so far, do hope that you can help me by subscribing to my channel and liking the video and commenting down below. It will really help me improve the algorithm of my search on history. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.